Welcome to today's live stream. My name is Ozair, and it is 11th of November 2022, 3 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. I'm in the UK, I should say, because you might be somewhere else in the world. Every Tuesday and Friday, I go live at this time and go through tips, topics, workflows, anything and everything to do about Google Ads, YouTube ads, online digital marketing, um, to generate more sales. So I've got quite a few questions which have been sent across to me. So I'm going to start sharing my screen in a second, and we'll get it going. Now, if you are watching this live and you have any questions, please put them in the comment box around the video. I'll answer them in the order I receive. So please don't wait until the very last moment because sometimes we do run out of time. Okay. Where are we? I'm going to move some windows around my various screens. Okay. All right. I think that looks okay to me. And everything seems to be working fine. All right. So let's get going. So if you are new here, this is how the format of these sessions are. I'll go through any topics, workflow, or answer any questions which have been sent across, and then go to the questions which have been sent during this live stream. You can also send questions through our website, on my social channels, YouTube, LinkedIn, and we collate them and put them together over here. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, then please give it a little click. I'll truly appreciate that. It shows me that you are appreciating the content which we create, and also it tells YouTube that people like our content. All right, so let's get started. I'm running search ads for hearing aid solutions who has hear loss for past 2 months, and I'm getting 90% irrelevant leads. Like most of users are saying that they have not inquired for hearing solutions. And I have everything which is okay. I'm targeting exact match keywords, search terms are relevant. I'm using maximize conversion bidding, and CTR is more than 10%. Please, can anyone help me solve this? I need urgent help. Okay, so you are doing the right thing, which is keeping it very tight with regards to the exact match keyword. So you're saying search terms are also relevant. Okay, and you are using maximize conversions. CTR is a vanity metric. You can keep an eye on it, but it doesn't make any difference whether the quality of the leads are good or not. So don't pay too much attention to CTR. Yes, you want to see how good your ad is. So just keep an eye on it. But in this scenario, this CTR is not very relevant. What I would do is then you look on your landing page. If you got your exact match keywords, your search terms are good. Make sure that you also have a lot of negative keywords at either campaign, ad group, or at account level. So you narrow down the campaign and make it even more tighter. The other thing which you need to look at is your landing page. If you are asking them to fill in a form, then what I would do if I was you is change the questions or add a few questions so that you can see that, yes, if they have answered that question in the right way, they are the right person who you want to talk to. So that's the first thing which I would do. Um, what we do normally is when we start a sales funnel for lead generation, the first part of the testing is the quantity. We want to get as many leads as possible so that we can see that yes, the funnel is starting to work. And then we switch over to quality. And then we cut down on the quantity and we just want to speak to interested people who are interested in our service. And that's what I would do. So have a look at your landing page, make some changes. The messaging might be confusing, and that's what you want to tighten up, because if your keywords are right, your search terms are good, you're getting clicks, you're getting conversions. I would look at uh, the landing page and the offer, the headlines, the what copy you have written, what is the offer, and also look at your the form and add a couple of questions in there to qualify or disqualify that prospect. Okay, I need advice if you can. I'm using Google Ads account after some time. Google Ads team sent me a request to verify the Google Ads account. So I'm not understanding how to verify account because they are, yes. Okay. Uh, so you will need to verify your account. So what Google is asking you is they need some kind of proof that what you are saying, who you are, they want to know. So they would need some kind of incorporate a certificate of incorporation or registration. That's your company registration number. If in your country, I mean, this also varies from um, country to country. Certificate of good standing, I've not heard before. Trade license, you might have done certificate. Yeah. So this is just general stuff. And if you don't have any of these, let's say you are a sole trader or a partnership, then you might not have the certificate of incorporation or registration because you don't have a registration number. Your company is not registered. So that's what I would do is get in touch with Google and say, look, how else can I verify my account? Please do that. Don't ignore it, because if you don't, then your ads will stop running. Okay, I'm running a campaign for a new brand. I'm running PMAX campaign and also their search campaign. I'm getting enough clicks according to the budget, but not getting enough conversions. I spent 600, but only getting 7 conversions, and the value is too low. All right. So there's a couple of things you need to look at. First of all, you can see that you are getting impressions, you are getting clicks, and you are getting conversions. When you say my conversions are low, what are you expecting? 10, 20, 30, 40. Without that, you don't know what your goal is. You need to have a goal that, okay, if I have a conversion rate of so much and my average order value is X dollars, then I'm going to get so much ROAS or return on ad spend. Their value is too low, so you are selling a low ticket item. That could be, it's not a problem, it's just a fact. If you're selling a low, I'm not saying cheap. Cheap does not mean low quality. Cheap also means that it's a $10 or a $5 product. It could be the best product in your market. So I would I won't say cheap, but I would say low ticket or low value. If you were selling a product which is for 500 or 1,000, then it would look completely different. So you need to do all your sums and the projections and the simulations beforehand. Okay, if I spent so much money, my click-through rate is so much, I get so many clicks, my conversion rate is so many, my average order value is so much, I'm going to spend 100 and how much I'm going to get back. And once you know that numbers, then you work out, okay, what's your cost of goods? You take it out, and then you can work out your ROAS. And that's how I would go about it. But saying that, oh, you only got 7 conversions does not mean anything. But what it does mean that it is starting to perform. You have got proof of concept. Customers are buying your product, and you just now need to start scaling it up. I take these screenshots not to brag about it, but to say a big thank you to all of you. I truly appreciate it. I read and look at all these comments myself, and it's not done by a virtual assistant or somebody at our company. I do it myself because I want to see what you guys are saying, because your feedback is really important to me. Without that, I won't be able to create content. So when you guys say I want to learn PMax or I want to learn search or video, this is how we create content. So you've got to listen to your audiences, and you also need to know what they're looking for. That's what's the pain point. And once you know that, you'll make money. So I truly appreciate it. And as I always say, that if I'm talking to a computer screen, is going to be very, very boring. I can also see some of the comments coming through in the chat, so I will go to those in a little while once I've gone through all these questions. All right. What should be the keyword threshold if the keyword is overspending and does not generate any sales? Great question. And it depends on how much you have budget, first of all, to test, and secondly, how aggressive you want to be. So let's say if you um, think in a way that my cost per conversion, I'm looking at $50, right? If I don't get a lead or a conversion for $50 from a certain keyword, I'm going to stop it. Or you can say, I'm prepared to go 1.5x, spend that much money of to my target CPA, which is 50. So I'm prepared, or you or your client are prepared to spend 75, or I'm going to spend double the target CPA, which is 50. So that means 100. So whatever that number is, that is your threshold. I cannot tell you because I don't know the business, I don't know the numbers, I don't know the budgets. So you make out and you work out what number you want to pause a campaign, and then that's how you or your team should filter out any keywords which has spent more than 1.5x or 2x your target CPA and zero conversions. You pause them. If you find that your bullseye keywords are not converting, then it's not a problem with the keywords, because you know that, let's say you are selling iPhones and you are bidding on buy iPhone 14. And if they're not converting on that, which has got a very high intent for purchase, then the problem is somewhere else. Then you need to look at your website, your landing page. There's some problem. There's no problem on the keyword, because the keyword has got the intent. Then you need to start optimizing. And this is what we call conversion rate optimization, CRO. You need to optimize, keep optimizing. It's not just Google's fault that you don't get the conversions. Google is just, I would say, 20 to 30%. Then the rest happens on the website when you get the click. How long they're staying for? Are they scrolling to the bottom of the page? Are they engaging with your content? Are they clicking on the video view button? Time on site? Are they clicking the add to cart button? And if they are, why aren't they adding the billing information and proceeding to the thank you page? So that funnel needs to be sorted out. And this is where you need to measure each step of the funnel and see where the leakage is happening. And if there is a leakage which is happening on step one or step two or step three, then you optimize that part of the funnel and not just the keywords or the ads, because you know you're getting the right click on the keyword for the right ad. Make sure the ad is also good and it does say iPhone 14 and not iPhone 10, because if they come to your website and they're looking for iPhone 10 and you are selling iPhone 14, they are not going to convert. So you've got to make sure you have got complete alignment from your search terms, the keywords, the ads, and the landing page. But yeah, good question. Okay, you didn't tell us how to prevent invalid clicks. So this is one of the most asked questions after how much should be my budget, or how do I stop or prevent invalid clicks or fraudulent clicks. You can't stop it. You can minimize for sure. You can never stop it. Just like people will steal from the shops, no matter how many security cameras they put in, how many alarms, how many security people you put in. People will find a way to steal. People will find a way to steal from banks and rob a bank. And same with Google ads or any kind of ads. There will always be some kind of fraudulent or invalid activity going on. The thing is, you need to minimize your um, those clicks. Now, Google ads have got a very sophisticated system to see and verify that these are invalid clicks, and you will get the credit for it. But if you want to add another layer of security on your account, then you go to some third-party apps, and there are loads of them out there. Try it. Most of them give you a free trial. I'm not going to recommend one to the other, but you try it yourself, see which one you like. Free trial is completely free trial. It's not going to cost you any money, and then see if that app has made any difference or not. Okay, so this is in Urdu or Hindi. I'm going to translate it for you guys who don't speak Urdu or English. So from 1st September, the ads have got disapproved because of destination mismatch, and all the ads are being disapproved. So there's something wrong what the URL you put in the ads and where you are sending it. It has got to be the same. So make sure that this is a simple mistake which can be made very easily. Just check all the ads in your account. And one of the easiest and quickest way to do that is in Google Ads Editor. You can select 10, 100, or 1,000 ads, or as many as you got in one go. You can just check that the final URL is correct, and then you shouldn't have any problems. If you have checked it and you know that everything is 100%, then you need to give Google a shout and get them to check it manually. How could you use three match type for the same keyword? You can quite easily. Not a problem. All you would do is, so let's say the keyword is buy running shoes. So that's my exact match. That's my phrase. So that's broad. So broad has got nothing before or after. This one is phrase with the quotation marks before and at the end. And this one is exact with the square brackets around it. So that's how you would use it. There are a couple of ways you can do that. You can either put all three in the same ad group and run it, or you can have individual ones and run it and see which one is giving the best. Now, with the algorithm getting better and better and more powerful, we find that when we are using max conversions or target CPA or TROAS bidding strategies. The broad seems to be working a lot. Initially, you will find that Google is going to go here, there, and everywhere, run ads or show ads for irrelevant search terms. You be very aggressive, keep adding negative keywords. Once you've added a few hundred or a few thousand negative keywords in the account, the broad match is going to work wonderfully well. I never thought I would say that because we never used to use broad match before. Um, and it's going to give the cheapest click as well. And it's going to show you and give you search terms which you never considered. And secondly, exact match is not exact anymore. Phrase match is not um, phrase anymore because Google is going to show ads for close variants of phrase as well as exact. So why make more work for yourselves? You know, try that. Okay. All right. I'm a beginner launching my first ever product and don't know where to begin. All right. Where to begin? It's a very broad question. It all depends what the goals of your campaigns are. If you want lead generation or sales, I would start with search campaign. If you want branding as well as a bit of lead generation and um, sales, then you need to have certain budgets for top of the funnel, ads, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel on YouTube and display network. If you are a beginner, I would not recommend you go everywhere first, i.e., search, display, and YouTube. Just do one. Get it right properly. So start with search because that's going to get you the best bang for your buck. Having said that, YouTube also works wonderfully well for us and display network. So you just pick one network and get good at it. Why did you choose to be an ads guy rather than an SEO guy? Okay. Hmm. Interesting question. Now, with SEO, you need to have a lot of patience. You need to have, you need to invest a lot of time, energy, resources, and money as well. And I'm not scared of investing time, money, or resources. You cannot be on Google page one tomorrow, dependent on your niche, dependent on your the level of competition you have. If your competitors are noobs and they don't know how to do digital marketing, they haven't got a clue, then putting up a few blog posts on your website and optimizing it and doing a bit of SEO is going to get you on page one fairly quickly, but still it will take you a few weeks or months. But with ads, you can be on Google page one tomorrow. And the other most important factor between SEO and ads is this. Let's say you are doing SEO, you've done your keyword research. How do you know whether those keywords are going to convert or not? So if you pick up the wrong keywords and start optimizing for those keywords, but they don't convert, what's the point of driving that traffic? But if you pick up 15, 20, 30, 50 keywords, run ads, see which one is converting the most or giving you the most ROI, you then pick up those keywords and do the SEO. So you know that you are going to win at the end of the day. With SEO, you got a blindfold over your eyes and you wonder whether you're going to win or not because you don't know those keywords are going to convert. So, and also I like Google Ads when I started using it. It's just amazing what it can do and it can help you achieve. And now with search, display, YouTube, Performance Max. It's just a lot of fun. All right. Can you explain basic structure for any Google Ads account? How many ad groups, ad copies, ads, keywords in a campaign, especially for paid old age home? I don't know what that is. Business focused mainly on calls. All right. So there are no numbers where you should have 10 ad groups of two ads or 500 keywords in a campaign. There's no such thing. You can structure um, as granular as possible. And going back a few years, we used to have what we call SKAGs, single keyword ad groups. They don't work anymore because we put all of these keywords together. So, what I would say the best structure is group your keywords really tightly. If you are selling iPhones, put them in one ad group or campaign. Samsung can go in another one, Google Pixel can go another one, Nokia can go another one, and so on. Don't put all those together, right? Because the intent is different. Always have the keyword in headline one and pin it because that's the first thing somebody's going to read. And I'm talking about search ads right now. Pin that because that keyword is going to show up in the headline one. But sometimes Google is going to show headline two, or sometimes it's going to show headlines. Oh, well, it will show headlines two, but it's not going to show headline three. Sometimes it's going to show only two headlines. So you got to have the keyword in there in headline one straight up. Structure would be that have one responsive search ad, write all 15 headlines, 4 description lines, add all the extensions, call extensions, location, whatever these are, whatever appropriate is for your business, set them up. Don't be lazy. Do the work upfront. Negative keywords, use of negative keywords is critical for the success or failure of any Google Ads campaign. So you keep these keywords very, group them very tightly. 10, 15 keywords. You don't need hundreds. Literally, don't need hundreds at all. Google in the search term report is going to tell you and show you what people are searching for. Then keep adding them in afterwards. You don't need to do all that words that work upfront. So if you follow these 3, 4 things, you're well on your way to getting good results from Google Ads. Okay, I'm not running any ad campaign at the moment. All right, I'm just gonna switch off my phone. It's buzzing. All right. I have only been working on posting content on my site. All right. My plan was to later come back and do the SEO for the content. I have had organic traffic to the site. Okay, good. My CTR has been average of 12.5 with about 45,000 impressions. Okay. A few days ago in Google Search Console, I noticed that my impressions went down to 9,000 and CTR went up to 35%. I also checked if I was penalized or hit with any manual action from Google or security issues, but nothing on Google Search Console. This has lowered my ad revenue with Ezoic dramatically, whom I never had an issue before. Do you have any ideas why this may have? I'm not sure, to be honest with you, because I'm not an expert on SEO. Most of my, well, all of my work is on Google Ads. So unfortunately, I can't help you as to why your impressions have gone down, unless it was for a term which was getting lots of impressions, and now people have stopped searching. So the very good term which comes to mind is those selfie sticks. It just went up like a hockey stick, and then it came down, and then you got a steady number of searches. If the number of searches have gone down, then your impressions will go down as well. Okay. In our company, we are running ads for Jeep dealers. We always having this trademark issue for using Jeep and ad copy, and ads were limited to. Since we are running for many dealers, for some accounts it won't be an issue with spending, but in some accounts, campaign doesn't spend so much as per our average to spend per day. So we couldn't be able to spend the entire monthly budget as we expected. Can Google support team be able to resolve this issue? Yeah. So if you can tell them, look, I've got these other accounts where it's fine. The ads are running fine. There's no problems. And why are you restricting or limiting this search term in this account? So you need to get a manual review done. With using trademarks, you will always have this problem. So when I run ads from ourselves, we run Google ads. So Google is a trademark, so it will still be limited by uh, because of the trademark. So we go somewhere else. We go on display. We go on YouTube. This is where we put ourselves and our brand in front of people. So don't just restrict yourself to search campaigns. The other thing which I've just noticed is you are more concerned about spending the budget. Just spend the budget no matter what your return is. So you should be focusing more on the ROI or the ROAS. Set up your goals upfront for your campaigns. What are your goals? Website visitors or leads or inquiries or sales, right? Get those right first. And if you really want to spend the money, Google will happily take your budget. Go on display network, go on YouTube, and you will be able to spend thousands and thousands every day without any problem. How do I set up my account manager in a way where the client card on file for ad spend instead of mine? This comes up every now and then. I've said it many times. Never use your bank account, never use your debit or credit cards to fund your client ad budgets. What if the client refuses to pay you or they don't pay you? You'll be lumbered because Google is going to come after you and you'll have to pay it to Google. The way to do that is the client sets up their account with their card details or billing details. You set up an MCC. So if you Google MCC, which is my client center, so you have one account, and then you ask your client to send you the 10-digit Google Ads account ID. You send the request to link their account to your MCC. And under that MCC, all of your client accounts should sit. And that's how each account will have its own billing done by the client. Okay. So I can see quite a few questions popping up. I've got a few more minutes. I'll try my best to answer them for you. Just give me one moment, please. And please don't wait until the very last second or minute because there is a delay over here until I see your questions. And I'll answer them in the order I receive them. All right. How should we manage and allocate 15K budget for travel agency that works in Estonia? We're planning to advertise 15 destinations with search and display. So then you allocate your budgets according to the networks. So you can say I'm going to allocate 10,000 on search network, 3,000 on display, and 2,000 on remarketing, which you have not mentioned. I cannot give you a breakdown as to what's happening, but if you find that the display network is giving you better results and ROI than the search, because the click costs are a lot cheaper, and if you do this right, you are going to make a lot of money with display. The scalability is crazy, and you got a decent amount of budget to play with. Use Performance Max as well. Use YouTube as video ads. And if you're struggling with these, get in touch with me. We can have a chat, and I can teach you how to do all of this. But yeah, just and allocate about 5 to 10% of the budget for testing for new things, so that you are always looking for something new and different. Hi, Junaid. Walaikum assalam as well to you, my friend. So, Assalamu alaikum in Urdu means greetings. Okay. Can we drive traffic to a funnel instead of client's website from search ads? Since client website is so slow, which funnel builder will you recommend? We use Unbounce. I have been using it for like 6, 7, 8 years now. One of the best ones there is out there. There are other ones as well, like ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, Go High Level, loads of other ones. Try, test it, whichever one you like. Use them. But yes, absolutely, don't send to a client website or any website. If you're doing paid ads, you've got to send them to a dedicated landing page. Unless your goals are different, then you send them to the website. So, for example, an e-commerce site is completely different because you've got lots of different products and stuff like that. If you are generating leads in a market where you need your client to go through different pages of your website before they convert. So what you want to do is to make sure that each page has got a strong call to action as well. It's really important. Hi, Rakesh. One of my client GMC Google Merchant Center is suspended due to policy violation. Okay, so I'm not sure what your question is. This a question or a comment? If that is, I'm sure you want to know why. I can't tell you why without looking at it. So you need to go into the merchant center and see what the policy violation is and start working towards it and resubmit for approval. Okay, I'm facing issue of limited inventory issue in many of my campaigns, as previously it was working fine. Can you please elaborate how to solve this issue to get maximum visibility on search campaigns? The maximum visibility on search campaigns is 100% top of the page search impression share. If you've got that, that means every time somebody searches for those keywords you are bidding on, your ad is showing up. So you cannot increase um, the impression share. What you can increase is look outside of the search network. That's what I keep saying to everyone. Just don't be tunnel focused and just be a lemming. Everybody's on search. I'm going to go on search. I, as a digital marketer, I am running a digital marketing agency. I choose to go the video route. You ask yourself this question: how many agencies are out there on YouTube putting up content regularly? I know one, Solutions 8, Kasim and John, they're my dear friends. They upload content every day. Other than that, there's some every now and there, here and there, whenever they get a time, they will upload a video or upload a blog post on their website. You have to create a strategy for content marketing. Got to get yourself out there at every touch point, and you will never ever have this problem of no or zero visibility. You will be in front of your audience at every touch point. They go on display network, you are there. They go on video YouTube, you are there. They go on Gmail, you're there. They go on search, you're there. So this is how I would go about doing it. Hi, Shilpa. Hope you're well. Okay. Getting too many invalid clicks. Looks like our competitor is targeting our ads and doing a lot of fake clicks and draining your budget. What can I do to stop this? Same again. Go outside of Google. There are lots of these niches, and the worst one which I've come across is locksmiths. It's brutal. Um, it is so, I won't say competitive, but it is these fake clicks and these automated clicks by bots is the worst I've ever seen in any niche. So if you want to save your money and your click costs are also high, it doesn't matter if they're high or not. Fake click is a fake click or invalid click is a waste of money. Go outside, go on YouTube, go on display, build up your brand, and then the conversion needs to happen here because so when they are ready to buy from you, they don't need to go to Google. They are going to go to Google. Of course, they will go to Google, but they will search for your brand term and not just non-branded keyword search. And this is how you will save a ton of money. Get yourself out there at every touch point. How to do performance max campaign analysis? Again, the bottom line is how much you're spending, how much you're getting back. That is the analysis which I would do for every kind of campaign. Yeah, obviously we need to look into it in greater detail. And right now, I don't have the data or the stats in front of me to go through it. But then you test a lot, test different audiences, test different creatives, put in more creatives. Don't just put in one video when you can upload 5 videos. Don't just put in 3 images when you can put up, I think, 20 now, 20 images. Give the ammo to Google as much ammo as you can, because when you're fighting a war, you need the ammunition. Without ammunition, you can't fire and you can't fight. And Google is telling you, look, give it to me, but people still don't. Instead of writing 15 headlines, I see campaigns where people have written just 4 headlines because they're lazy. They don't want to do the work. That's what I would say. Um, Running a new media-based campaign for competitors but not received conversions. I It's a very difficult until I don't see the funnel where the problem is. It could be that the landing page is not good, the offer is not good, the pricing is too low or too high, the landing page experience is not very good. You've got to look at that side and that aspect of the funnel as well, not just look at Performance Max or video ads or search ads. You got to look at both. First, look at your Google ads. Okay, I've got my targeting right. I've got the keywords. I've got really good ads. I know my audiences are my bullseye audiences. I know that these are the right people I'm showing my ads to. I know that ads where they are shown on Display Network and YouTube are shown on the right channels or websites and so on. That's where my audience sits. Then if still not working, then you look at your website and your offer and then start optimizing. Oh, I see you're running a news media. Okay, news media based campaign. So yeah, it's the same thing what I've just said to you. When I make campaign in target CPA strategy, I get low impression and click and then low conversions. Yeah. So there are two things which you can straight away look at. Look at your target CPA. If it's too low, Google will not be able to get you the impressions and the clicks and the conversions. And what you want to do, so for example, if you say, I know everybody wants the conversion as low as possible, but that needs to be a number which is feasible. So, for example, if your click cost is, let's say, $20 and you want a conversion at $10, it's not going to happen, right? Or if the click cost is $20 and you want a lead for $20, that means you need to have a 100% conversion rate. That is also not going to happen. So you need to be realistic, or you need to explain this to your client. Look, even if we get one in five conversions, 20% conversion rate, which is the minimum you should be going for lead gen, and the click cost is $20, our cost per lead is going to be about 100. And if the client says, "Well, I'm not prepared to pay so much," then move on, go to the next client, and don't waste your time with those people because they don't understand this game. This is how it is played. The other thing is, if your target CPA is 20, you need to give at least 3 to 5 times the target CPA as your budget. So 20 times 3 is 60, 20 times 5 is 100. The more you give, the better it's going to start working, and the more is going to get impressions, and it's going to start to give you results quickly. Google says give 10 times your target CPA, which would be 200. But we find between 3 and 5 is a good starting point. Okay, GMC suspended for India location due to not added business information social media account. Well, you add your business information. This is why Google will disapprove things. Why would you add your business information when they tell you add your business information? You don't need to ask me anything. Google is telling you, just put in whatever they need and they will then approve it. If we have different products in our website and all the products have thank you page, which they should have, well, it should be one, but you don't need to have all of them. How can we correctly set up a conversion for each product? Yeah, you don't need, if you've got 1,000 products, you don't need 1,000 thank you pages. It will just be one. So it depends on which cart you are using. So the most popular one is Shopify, and you'll get a dynamic URL every time somebody converts, and it will take them to that thank you page. Okay, I've got 5 more minutes. I'll answer a couple more questions. All my accounts are going to, or are they suspended or going to be suspended? I don't know. I want to start. What should I do? I have a new internet, a new laptop, new email, new payment method. Will this work? I don't know. I don't know what was the problem beforehand. If you are violating Google's policies, you will get suspended time and time and time again. So don't try to be, I'm not personally saying this to you, but in general terms, don't try to be clever. Don't try to outsmart Google. Don't try to think, oh, I'm going to do a new IP or get a new IP, get a new payment, and do this and that. They know more about us than we know about ourselves now. So follow Google's guidelines. If there are any policy violations, speak with them. They will help you and unsuspend your accounts. Call out a responsive at for local maintenance service. So that could be an issue because a lot of the IT support, if that is classified or categorized under IT support or repairs, then you will not be able to run Google Ads because they don't allow it. How to verify business operations without documents? Because my client has not registered his company and he's doing service-based work. Well, how about if I tell you, look, my name is Ozair and I don't have any documents. Would you believe me? Would you trust me? You won't. So then Google is asking you for these documents. If the client is not registered or they don't have the paperwork or documents, you don't want those clients, you will get problems. That's it. From day one. From you will have problems from both sides. You will have problems from Google and then you will have your client in your ear all the time, telling you why, shouting at you and screaming at you, having a go at you, why my account's suspended, why is my ads not running, and all that. Don't go there. Okay, that's a comment. I am originally from Karachi. I was born there, but I've been in the UK for over 35 years now. I haven't been to Pakistan for 20 years. All right, I've got to shoot off now. I've got another call to jump on. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really enjoyed your questions. Keep them coming. And I shall see you guys next Tuesday at 3 p.m. UK time. Till then, have a great weekend and goodbye for now.